Hey everybody. Golly, it's really bright. Which is good because it was supposed to be horribly wet and shit today. Where the fuck am I? I'm very excited. I've been looking forward to today for a long time. I'm going to go and see one of my favourite people, one of my favourite humans, play a show in a couple of hours, and I hope to see plenty of you guys there. As many of you know, I'm a big fan of Voltaire. I went to see him play like 5 years ago. I haven't been able to see him play again, so 5 years later, finally. I actually went out drinking with him last night and I wanted to make a vlog and ask lots of questions and stuff, but what I did instead was just drink too much, and I just thought making a vlog would be a terrible idea. I'm sure that loads of you have been to his shows. They're so much fun. God, the sun is really there. Oh, I'm so excited. I've got my cool key. Let's go.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm holding a selfie stick.
It's a monopod. I don't want to be a selfie stick carrying person, so I call it a monopod.
You know I have a monopus. I do. It's like an octopus, but it only has one tentacle. But it still has that big, weird, wrinkly sack.
It's so fucking cool in here, like...
Look at this place. It's cavernous.
It is cavernous. It's super. I think it would look really super just like if the ceilings were completely covered in skulls.
That can be arranged.
Well, you know, there's plenty of them out there. You just not necessarily that easy to obtain.
You know what actually surprises me is that normal people, they get really, really weirded out by skulls.
Yeah,
and I just did an episode of Gothic Homemaking and people go like, oh, I would never want a skull in my house. And I always say to myself, do these people realize they have a skull in their head?
What inspired you to start making this web series?
Gothic Homemaking was the very best and the very worst idea I've ever had.
Why's that?
Well, all right. So many years ago, I wrote a book called "What Is Goth," and it did pretty well. And the publisher, they wanted a follow-up book right away. And I said, well, I've already said everything I know about goth. I don't know what else to write about. And at the time, I had just moved into this new apartment, and it was just a big white box. And I thought, well, I have to decorate this apartment and make it look like the kind of place a spooky person like myself would want to live. So I pitched the idea of doing a book called "Paint It Black: A Guide to Gothic Homemaking."
Oh yeah, I've seen that book.
And they agreed, and I made this book, and that was many, many years ago. It's now out of print.
Aww.
But in recent history, I got divorced, and I moved back into that place, which had become a storage unit, really. I mean, it looked like a hurricane had hit a flea market. And so I had to, it sounds like your apartment, no, you have a new apartment now.
Yeah, but it's chaos, nightmare fuck.
Well, in any case, I had to make it habitable again, and I started posting photos on my Instagram page of the progress. And somebody on Instagram, this is amazing sometimes how things happen, because, you know, the people who watch your social media make suggestions, and you're like, that's a great idea, I'll do that. And somebody said, you should do a follow-up to Paint It Black, you should do another book. But I thought, you know, writing a book is very time consuming. You know, it would be so much easier, right, if I just pointed a camera at myself. If it was going to be a vlog series on like Instagram or something, that might have been easier to point a camera at myself. But then it ended up becoming like a half-hour TV show. Yeah,
it is like a real show.
It is like a real show. I shoot all over the world. There's all these DIY projects. There's all these segments in other cities. And I ended up spending 1.5 years of my life making these 10 episodes.
You're working on the last episode?
I'm working on the last episode now, yeah. It's called Birds of a Feather. And it's about trying to find a stuffed raven, which is apparently a lot harder than you think it would be.
You've obviously put so much work into it, and like you can tell. It's fantastic. I've been really enjoying it. It's my thing that I like to watch when I'm in the bath eating pizza, because I'm disgusting. And I don't know.
In the bath eating pizza.
Yeah.
That's a great look.
I know.
Gosh, I look so alive next to you.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I'm like humiliation. I'm really I'm letting down goths everywhere. Look how full of life and blood I appear.
What's been the most fun project so far?
The mystical vanishing chest? I had no clue what it was going to look like in the end.
It looks so professional.
It does. It's such a scam.
I don't know. I'm trying to do up my apartment as well, and I just...
If you need any help, let me know.
I shall.
I'll come back to Leipzig and help you.
You will come back to Leipzig?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll hopefully by...
Help you decorate.
Oh,
help you put up some vinyl wall decals.
Oh yeah, oh goodness.
You'll have to summon me with a Rubik's Cube. Oh, and I might bring Orville Dedenbacher.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you want that.
Oh, I'd love to meet Orville. I like his sense of humor.
Ah, really? He has a sense of humor? It's so
not,
dry.
not bad. Not bad for a dead guy. How have you been juggling doing this web series with all the other stuff that you do? One of the things I always admired about you the most is like you do so much stuff. How do you do it? Like, I feel like I'm constantly busy and yet I never achieve anything.
I'm a workaholic and I work all of the time. And really what I find most interesting to do is to make things and to work. So I've been working on Gothic Homemaking for 1.5 years. And then obviously I still tour and I still make records, but I do that stuff in between. The fact that Gothic Homemaking, there's segments in Los Angeles and in London and all over the world and in Leipzig, in fact, is because I tour. So I'll bring my camera with me, and if I see something interesting when I'm in Los Angeles or Nashville or New Orleans, I will break away from, between sound check and the show, and I will shoot a segment, and then I'll go back to the show. So
that's impressive. How many episodes are up at the moment?
9.
9? Oh, so there's only one more?
9.
Yes.
Yeah, just one more, Liebchen.
Aww.
And then, I don't know if it's going to be completely over or if I'm going to do like Gothic Homemaking specials, like maybe a Halloween special. Never got to the bathroom, never got to the kitchen.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Maybe there will be a Gothic Homemaking kitchen episode, Gothic Homemaking bathroom episode.
I've kind of wanted to do things like that, how to make your kitchen spooky and how to make your bathroom spooky.
I'll give you a sneak peek at the bathroom episode if there ever is one.
Yeah.
I love Gothic style, and Gothic style is largely black, right? Black, gray, sometimes red, sometimes purple. But bathrooms, I'm the kind of person where I think the bathroom has to be all white. Like, I want to know how clean a bathroom is.
Yeah, of course.
And when I'm in the tub, I want to know how clean the tub is. So everything has to be white. So I've already kind of come up with a theme for the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's going to be ice cracking.
Oh.
Because also bathrooms, it should be like nautical in some way.
Yeah.
So I thought tentacles, things with tentacles and squids. But because I want to keep a white look, it's going to be like an ice cracking.
That's awesome. That's so creative. My idea for my bathroom was just to make it look like somebody'd been murdered there. So that it was still white, but just sort of also red.
And that way, if somebody is murdered there, no one will notice.
Yeah. Well, I'll put a link below to your YouTube channel so you can know where to go and watch the series. It's really worth it. And I genuinely think it's wonderful, and I think a lot of people could find some amazing ideas for their homes there. You've got to play your show.
I do have a show now.
You've got
in this
show.
wonderful cellar. As an expert in Gothic homemaking, I can tell you right now that if I owned this place, I would do nothing to it.
No, just leave it the way it is.
I put some chains on the walls, like some shackles. Maybe some torture devices. That's about it.
Just for decoration, or I guess should we?
Yeah, I have a show to do. Thank you so much for the interview, and thank you so much for spending the time to hang out with me in Leipzig.
Oh, thanks for hanging out with me.
I really appreciate it.
You look so amazing. But you fabulous. Like a fancy pirate. I love it. Yeah. Just waiting for the show to start, Neil. You excited?
I'm good.
Yeah. I've been listening to Voltaire's music for years and it always cheers me up. And when I was working at this vineyard, especially, like working over the winter, and this tedious job where you just did the same action over and over again for 8 hours a day in the snow and ice. That's what I listen to make myself feel better.
No, I just got a spent a drink of rum and coke from him.
Oh, yeah.
So I just enjoyed it. And
He's a gentleman. He's now been privy to my terrible interview skills. So,
whatever, you probably did a good job.
I don't know, one day I'll stop being terrified of everything and I'll stop being so awkward and nervous all the time.
What have you got to say to me? Well, he turned and said, I'm in over my head. You know that's my bad side, right? Black Friday, if you're gonna shoot from there, that's cool, but I'm gonna put my hand like this. Right. Oh, I'll eat the brains of the zombified. Shoot, they might think it's the rain, they won't give it a thought to reveal their brain. Right. It's okay, it's not a matter if it isn't gray. And if at first they think it's strange, they won't think twice if they don't have a brain. I'm alive to the day of the dead, and you hear what I just said. Oh, I didn't even know. They lose my head. Whoa. Way back in Mexico. Have another cigarette, have another beer. Raise that glass to one more year. Happy birthday, my old friend. It seems this horror show will never end. Any moment's your last breath. Here is to another day closer to death. You didn't think this was going to be a nice birthday song, did you? I mean, look at me. I look like an extra from a Tim Burton movie about Rasputin. Down in Carolina, I met a girl with a knife. So I reached down between us, and I whipped out my penis. We skipped right past the second, and got right down. She turned and said, I got an ass, would you slip it into my ass? Help me go on the radio and say the words I came. You got to sing along to make this song the dirtiest song I made. I don't mean to seem crass, but why are you buttering up your ass? That my wife's a beer and she lured you here. Queer and love it in the rear. Who doesn't really? Especially if Johnny Depp's involved. Last song of the night. No! I know how it fucking goes. When the devil is too busy and dance a bit too much, they call on me by name, you see, for my special touch. I call it the Johnny Depp tickler. Just give them blood, blood, gallons of stuff. I gave you all that you could drink, and it has never been enough. I gave you blood, blood, blood. I'm the kind of human wreckage that you love. I'm the kind of human wreckage that you love.
And you're back in the room. That was so much fun. I had a wonderful night. I didn't vlog the rest of the night because it was pretty much just after drinks and pizza. So if we have learned anything from this video, is that I too can fangirl. Embarrassing. Thank you very much for coming with me to see Voltaire. I've been a big fan of his for such a long time. Like I talked about with him, he doesn't only do music, he does fucking everything, man. He's got books, he does toys, and of course the Gothic Homemaking web series. I'm really sad that it sounds like it's nearly over, but if you haven't seen it yet, you really should. It's really good entertainment, even if you're not doing up your home. So if you're looking for some good entertainment, apart from my channel, of course, I will link below to Aurelio Voltaire's YouTube channel where you can watch the Gothic Homemaking web series for free. I do urge you to give his new album a listen to. It's called Raised by Bats. And yeah, like I said, it's really good for putting you in a good mood. I would also just like to say a humongous thank you to Voltaire for coming to Leipzig. Leipzig loves you. Please come back again and again and again and again. And thank you all very much for joining me and coming to Voltaire's gig. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Always a wonderful fun experience. If you have yet to do so, please hit the red button below and subscribe to my lovely spooky channel. And as always, take care of yourselves and be nice to each other, and I will see you next time. Bye!
Well, she cracking, lurking under my bed, looked up at their legs.